Welcome to this bonus edition of Strange New Pod as Giraffe Runs Away. I'm your Fleet Admiral and host, Julian Brown, alongside the best bridge crew this side of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, because goddamn does Discovery Season 5 feel like that is what it's going to be like. So yeah, I'm just going to go into it before I introduce you guys, because that, like, Indiana fucking Jones, like, this just has that feel. Like I'm
treasure
losing my
hunt
mind,
across
right?
the galaxy.
Yep.
Like,
oh, can't wait to talk about this, guys. Speaking of Captain Hawk, that's right. A well-earned, overdue promotion, sir, is here and ready to talk about that sweet, sweet romance between Saru and Tarina.
yeah.
Sub-Commander Giraffe is also here, and all she cares about is that damn Romulan ship and what it's doing there. Welcome back, guys. How are we doing?
We're doing.
We're surviving. I've been sick and it's not going away. I think I'm just old.
Yeah, I mean, I just took Advil for my back, so, you know, I feel your pain.
I like that we had to cancel a pod because everybody was like broken. That's where we are.
It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I blame the weather. I think it's just, it's getting warm, gets cold and that, and just lets flu bugs just thrive.
Yeah.
That's such an old man thing to say. It's because of the weather.
But it's true as Hawk grows out his fluffy beard. It's looking good. I always like the Hawk beard. I'm a fan.
It was bigger, but I had to get passport photos taken a couple weeks ago, so I had to trim it all down.
Oh, so you are coming to Trek Long Island.
Yeah, we'll see. I won't say about that.
You're going to take a plane? Oh, no, you're going to drive. You don't need to take a plane from Toronto, right?
I know, I could.
You need to come see me. Take the plane.
I know. I need to come see you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take the plane. I just want Hawk to be in a modern plane. That's all I want.
Right, a modern plane. one where the bolts are put in place all the way as well.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We don't need Hawk in his first plane ride.
In the chair.
I'm not sitting next to a stack of chickens in the crates.
Oh my God.
Very Indiana Jones of you.
Very Indiana Jones of you. Before we really get into it, guys, I just want to acknowledge the passing of Kenneth Mitchell last night. He was just, a massive part of the Discovery family, and he loved this fandom so much. He was a warrior in every sense of the word when it came to his ALS diagnosis, and just man, he was one of the good ones, and he will definitely be missed. Strange New Pod made a donation to his family, and if you can spare anything, we would suggest that you do too. Left behind two beautiful children, so yeah, sad news.
But you can also donate to the ALS research
Foundation. Yeah.
It's
kind of fitting that we're doing a Discovery Pod. After this happened, I think that he'd be happy about that. Yeah, so let's do it. This week we were not going to do a podcast, but here we are because we always end up doing one.
Paramount likes surprises, surprising us.
Yeah, we don't know anything apparently. Just over 1 month away from the Star Trek Discovery Season 5, the final season. I called it the Season 5. I don't know why I did that. We've been given a full trailer, a big fat trailer to break down and deep dive. Damn, there's also some really big revelations in this trailer that I didn't fully pick out until today.
I texted you. I was like, Julian, yo.
And it gets so much bigger than that too. It's crazy. Folks have already picked these out. We're gonna deep dive that. Very quickly though, before we get into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to our Badmirals. Those are our amazing executive producers that make bonus episodes like this possible, right? You guys keep the lights on, you keep streaming, like I'm running this on my brand new computer. Not that they paid for that, but like running this on OBS. By the way, let us know for coming in well, because this is my first time doing live on the new one. I think everything's working well.
Don't jinx it.
I know. I'm not going to. But yeah. So thank you to Simon Stager, Commander Chris, the Chief Ernesto Castagna, Chris Waterman, and Tara Paul, and a few of you guys on the cruise. Hope you're enjoying that.
Big FOMO.
I do and I don't. I don't know. I feel like I'll get.
You want my hot take on the cruise? Let's speak about the cruise for a second.
Do it.
My problem is that, it's great if you have flexible work where you can take 8 days off, which I don't know, in the great capital, not a lot of us can. More power to the people who can. Like, tell me how. It's also insanely expensive, which means that only a very few part of the fandom can go. And it's the only official Star Trek con right now, which means that the only official Star Trek convention is, one, financially complicated for most of the fandom, and also at times that is difficult for most of the fandom. So basically only a very precise, I'm gonna call them the 1% of the fandom, can go to the cruise. And that's why it's a cruise.
You're not
because
wrong, though.
they can't accommodate everybody. But on the other hand, I mean, like, it's Star Trek. We should also have, a moving con, like, like Star Wars, that goes like East Coast, West Coast, Europe, Asia.
Japan.
I don't know, maybe Japan. Yeah, Asia, yeah.
Yep.
But at least East Coast, West Coast. So, fans that have, for example, want to bring their families, or, are not this financially secure, or just can take days off, like, have the opportunity to also be part of the fandom. So yeah, I have fear of missing out from the cruise, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of retirees.
Ouch. God.
Are you fucking kidding me? I say that with love for all our friends who are there.
Happy.
I hope you hear me, Matt.
Happy birthday yesterday,
for
Tawny Newsom. That soundbite was for you. Also, happy birthday, Anson Mount, the captain. Pikes Peak today. That's right. Yeah, well-moneyed people. Colin is absolutely right.
That's a very diplomatic term for it.
Yeah, right.
I like it. Well-moneyed people. I'm a well-moneyed bitch.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to afford the cruise,
Right?
It's fine. I'm going to drive to Vegas with you in a few months. We're going on a road trip.
Yeah.
Like the poor people we are.
Hell yeah. That's fucking right. Yeah.
A Jillian, a giraffe, and 3 boxes of cosplays. Let's go.
I might actually get thrown out if she can't fit everything, and she'll just throw me out in the middle of the fucking desert
It's
on her
gonna
way
be,
to Vegas.
Fear and Loathsome in Las Vegas. Have you?
Yeah.
It's bad country.
Oh man.
Bring along a good supply of ether.
Oh fuck. leaves me.
We're gonna
out.
talk Discovery at one point.
We are.
Promise.
What's up, Fetcher Sketcher? Mars is in the chat. Welcome, Mars. Star Trek to the people. That's right. Yeah, I think Giraffe's right. I think we should talk Discovery. I think we should watch this trailer. Are we ready to watch the trailer?
I'm so ready.
Hawk and Giraffe, if you can mute your mics, please. Let's do this thing.
It has been a hell of a journey. But everything ends someday.
The Discovery is my home, my family. We've always been able to find answers together.
Being a part of a crew, being where you need to be, when you need to be, that's Starfleet.
Last dance.
I shall follow your lead.
The greatest treasure in the known galaxy is out there. It's more important than you can imagine.
We're on a search for one of the greatest powers ever known.
It could be very dangerous in the wrong hands. This clue is the most important thing. We have to keep it safe.
Let's fly. My crew, the family I found in Starfleet, we made a pretty good team.
Well. Well. Unmute your mics, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I've done it.
Hawk
Is not following.
I'm done.
He's the new captain. What do you?
He's the new captain.
He's like,
Still working out the kinks of the new ship.
Mhm.
Hawk, as the new captain, your thoughts on that trailer.
That last dance line coming from Burnham. Yeah, I know we know it's a season finale and that, but definitely something has changed in their realm, and it's one last trip for them as well. And I gotta ask, what's going on on their side of the universe? Is Discovery being retired? The crew being split up? This is the last voyage for them.
Yeah.
I'm really curious how they write in their finale into the final season.
Yeah. Agreed. Giraffe.
Listen, I'm gonna cry so bad during this season. I'm not emotionally ready for the last season of Discovery. Like, I am not. Just watching like how they talk, like, yeah, it's an end for them or like something like this. And I'm like, I think the worst thing that could happen would be that they split the crew and they just like all go different ways. That
Yeah.
would break my heart. But also I think that maybe they're trying to go back. And
I had that
that's
thought too.
so I don't know, because we still have Strange New Worlds. Maybe they can come back,
I've been hearing
join
this.
the mainstream.
Yeah, I've been hearing this a little bit, and I think if they go back, it defeats the whole purpose of why they went forward, though, right? Like,
Not if they don't come back with the Discovery.
oh, I see what you mean. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
Because it's the Discovery that cannot go back because of like the sphere thing
yeah,
that we
Control.
just forgot about it.
right.
That is in the Discovery. So just the ship cannot go back, but maybe they found a way for them to go back.
I really like the idea of them staying. Like, I feel like they've made a home for themselves here. Like, Saru's in a romance, Michael is in a romance. Like, this is.
But that's going to be the stressor. That's going to be the
Yeah, like, yeah,
the knot.
yeah.
Like, who goes back, who stays, what do they do? I don't think it's gonna be that, because I cannot get anything nice, but I just want Michael to
You
go
just want
back
Michael to be back with Spock.
and straighten Spock a little bit. Like, these motherfucker needs like guidance in his life. Like, he's cutting his own bangs. He's like doing
God.
whatever. Like, he needs his
Imagine
sister to come
if-
back and smack some sense into him.
Imagine if Michael does come back and like she's on Stranger Worlds and like that's how we get Spock like acting like a normal fucking Vulcan again.
like normal Spock.
Yeah,
He's doing his Rumspringa. That's what he's doing
Yeah,
in like
right.
Strange New Strange New Worlds. he needs his sister to come back. So, but I know she's not gonna come back because of book.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
also that. But yeah, I do think there's gonna be time travel shenanigans, and
Well,
I'm interested.
there is definitely time travel shenanigans that we will be getting into in a few minutes, but they're in there and we are going to talk about them. So many great comments in the chat. I'm not crying, you're crying from Mars. Colin, I was so happy to see Jet Reno. Who's not happy to see Jet Reno?
Listen, we've been robbed. And I blame the
Yeah.
pandemic. But yeah. More Jet Reno.
Stress Free K brings up a great point. Book has nothing in the 24th century anymore to keep him there, so Book could leave with Michael.
I mean, they did it for what's his face, like in Picard.
With Rios. Yeah.
Rios.
Yep.
Which was a terrible,
Oh my
terrible
God.
character arc. I will never forgive them for
I
that.
won't either.
Very bad.
No, it was not good. It was not good.
But like, maybe Discovery can do it well.
Yeah, we'll see.
I believe.
Yeah, I'd love a storyline that copes with them, like, having carved out the lives that they have in the often the 31st century, and that versus like the lives some of them may want to return back to in the 24th.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I hear a puppy.
Yeah.
For me, for one, let me just say, like, this is one of the most well-edited trailers I've seen in a while. Really well done. The music in it is great, and a lot of trailers try to hide things from you. This trailer is not like hiding away from things. There's a few things in here that are like
a few crumbs,
holy fuck moments, and I really like when trailers do that. I said it at the top of the show. I love the Indiana Jones feeling of this season. Like Indiana Jones, Uncharted, if you've ever played the video games, you know, any of those like, you know, big adventure, you know,
A treasure hunt.
Yeah, a treasure hunt.
I just have one problem with that, and I bitch about it on Twitter. So, you know, I feel it's like these big like plot that comes over and over and over again. Like watch the Marvels, for example, it's the same plot, or Miss Marvel, or a lot of things. Like it's an ancient artifact with a lot of power, and like it's always that same thing. It's like an ancient artifact that has like hidden power that now we've forgotten, and like the ancient knew. And I mean, it's sci-fi, you know, I like it, but like that plot, that like plot device is being used over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like The Expanse is this, like a lot of like shows are just going.
I did not like that season of The Expanse when they were on the planet, the proto planet the entire time. Yeah.
And like Foundation is the same thing, you know, like it's always this like ancient artifact. And I have a problem with it just because, you know, as former archaeologist and and a classicist, there's also a part of people that are saying that archaeologists are lying about the past, are hiding the truth, that, you know, there were giants in the past. And like, I'm sorry if you believe in this crap, like, not sorry. But like that, you know, the past, that science is hiding something about the past, that they were like big civilization. They were great civilization, sure, like people like knew stuff, but believe me, we have it good now from somebody that studied the past.
Yeah.
Vaccines are incredible. Like we love it. But I feel like this plot device is also fueling that mistrust that a lot of American people are having in science. And now a lot of mistrust that people are having in archaeology and history and old sciences, like human sciences of the past. So I'm really excited about it because I'm a sucker for that kind of thing, let's be honest. And it's Romulan fueled. So I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
But also I do wish we'd like move away a little bit from that. Indiana Jones have done the Antikythera device, you know, which is a real archaeological find, and made it like a magical thing. And I'm like, no, don't do this.
I like that movie a lot though.
Yeah, but they could have used just another thing.
Yeah.
Why do you use an actual device that actually exists? It's actually awesome, but it's not for time travel. And again, I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. It just, my problem is that it fuels again this mistrust in science that we see rising from certain part of the American population. So yeah,
I totally
I'm
get
into
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it a lot in that it's the ancient aliens audience that that Star Trek seems to have to deal with now. You know,
and you know, it's always like brown people could not have built this thing. It must be aliens. Like nobody says that for the cathedrals, right? But like the pyramids, like Southern America and something like that, like it's always it cannot be math. These people can do math. So yeah, just keep that in mind and reinforce like your local archaeological teams and science.
I'm with you. I hope that it's not just like, it would be really cool if it was like a very old powerful thing, but not like a generic old powerful thing. Like it would be really cool if it is tied to the Romulans somehow. If it is tied to we're going to talk about this a lot, the Mirror Universe somehow. If it's tied to like it could just be a Starfleet artifact, because those things would be considered artifacts at this point. Something that has been forgotten, you know, that doesn't necessarily need to be like, you know, basically what do you call it? Not a red herring but Hawk, help me.
I'm trying to think.
Don't ask me because I don't know. What
I know. I feel like Hawk would know the term that I'm trying to say.
Tell me again. It's not a red herring,
but it's a you use the move like a plot device. It's another term for plot device.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll just say plot device.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. But let's be honest, it's an ancient artifact.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Deus Ex Machina, stress-free case. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, they have like a bunch of like runes on it. Like, please. We know what we're getting into.
Also, they're very obviously researching it, and that, as you can see in some of the shots. So this goes way beyond Starfleet.
Yeah. The other thing that I really like about this trailer, and I hope it comes through in the actual season, is the relationships between everybody, right? Like between this crew, Michael and Tilly, Michael and Book, Michael and Saru, Saru and Tarina, Stamets and Adira, Stamets and
The
Hugh.
polycule.
Yeah. Just everybody, like, right? Like this is possibly the final 10 hours that we're gonna get with this crew, which sucks to think about. But let's put a focus on them, because this trailer definitely made it seem like we're gonna get that. And
We're gonna get the Academy. They're gonna be back.
hopefully, knock on wood.
Yes.
But I think a very well done trailer. It got me hyped. It also, everybody's saying not crying, you're crying, definitely got the waterworks fueling up in the old eyelids a little bit. Yeah, it was a great trailer. I'm stoked. And I'm stoked. Big plug coming up for our Last Days of Disco podcast festival. We have really cool things planned for that. That's coming up at the end of March. So stick around for that. Should we deep dive this thing? Should we look at some
Let's
pretty
go, let's go.
pictures?
Let's look at some images.
I'm going to see if I can just move my screen over and your guys' video will transfer over that way. Let's see. No, you guys don't show up, which stinks a little bit. So I'll have to share my screen so you guys are on the screen too. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, wait, you guys. Wait, you're not there. Oh, wait, I can move you over here. Haha. Technology, like you said.
I have no idea what's going on, but okay.
We're just little on the screen now. It's good. So,
okay, we're little.
We're little.
Giraffe.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, nothing really to see here. They're at Starfleet Command, though it doesn't look like it's over Earth, but I'm assuming that it didn't go back. I think like they put probably Federation headquarters back on Earth after they were like, yeah, we're rejoining the Federation right now with Stacey Abrams.
Did the ship bros like analyze all the ships there? Or
of course
like...
they did. Of course
they did.
Yeah, but I mean they do look
cool?
really cool. There's definitely can I draw on this? That'd be cool if I could do like a football analysis thing. Here. Oh, I can do that. That's actually kind of cool. This looks like a Constitution class of some kind, which is pretty cool. Obviously Disco. This is also a Constitution right here. Their new version. So there's some cool ship stuff. Yeah, I don't know what this thing is with the giant triangle, but
I mean, like I think I'm guessing like the hope was to recreate like Discovery in the Spore Drive engine and that. So they might have just like gone with the same ship class and that in doing so, right? So these could be potentially Spore-driven ships that we're seeing here.
Well, and that would be cool. I hope that isn't just forgotten about from season 4. That like, did they actually recreate the Spore Drive in the 32nd century? Because they did jump book ship. So I'm very curious about that. Oh, I can't see the YouTube chat. That's going to be a problem.
I see it. It's
okay,
fine.
so you're going to be my chat person for the next however long we do this. All right, let's go to the next image. These two, the lovebirds.
We're here for interspecies relationship.
Yes, let's go. I love them. I also want to know what's going on. What is Saru is wearing a blue uniform. I wonder if this is what they're talking about his new role. If he's maybe could become like full on ambassador to Kaminar, maybe leaving Starfleet. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's a possibility. I mean, I absolutely love, that they're pursuing this for Saru and they didn't just leave it to that, because Saru, he's this character I think just needs a big win in his life.
He does. Yeah.
Listen, the fanfic writers need a big win in their life also, and that's going to fuel AO3 for like the century to come. So I'm here for this.
Love it. Oh man. What planet do we think this is? This reminds me of Rigel 7.
It looks like a Stargate planet.
It also looks like the castle here reminds me of Rigel 7. I doubt they're on Rigel 7, but strange new world possibly that we're visiting.
Finally, because Strange New Worlds didn't give us a lot of Strange New Worlds in season 2, so let's go.
Oh man.
It looks cool.
It does look really cool. We got Book, and I'm gonna guess these two images are them maybe like reconnecting for the first time since he got sent to go help the relief effort after Species 10C, and she looks a little pissed off at him. I don't know.
She looks a little bit distant.
Yeah, a little distant. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we see that changes. I mean, like I think the last image we're gonna look at, he has his shirt off. So
I love her. I love her new
her hair,
hair.
how it's
Yeah.
back a little bit. I really like it
Yeah,
a lot.
she looks like it's funny because we were watching like season 1 and like you just can analyze Burnham through her hair,
Yeah.
and I really like this. How she does, because it's very true. Like the fact how you do your hair is very telling of where you are in your life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
feel.
know.
And even more for a black woman. So I really like the fact that she's like she looks like much more like a boss, like
Yeah, no, she does.
affirmed and like in place, and she knows what's up.
Yeah. Hawk, what were you gonna say?
Oh, just like when I was rewatching in that episode 3, her on the prison ship and that, and you could just, as Giraffe said, you can tell by her hair where she's at,
Yeah.
just like it's.
Yep.
That's a really good job they've done, by the way, on hair design and makeup. Like we don't often recognize the work that they do on shows, but I feel that how they build the Burnham's character is very interesting through that.
Yep. Agreed. Moving on, we get the whole crew back together on board. It looks like they're boarding the ship for the first time, so that's awesome. Though I don't see Awoshikun and I don't see Detmer.
Yeah,
I know they're here later, but we have Linus over here. There's Linus, and then this is the interesting part about this image, Mr.
Oh, that's the captain guy,
this
right?
is the captain guy right here.
That's
Yeah.
Callum Keith Rennie, isn't it?
Yep, from Battlestar Galactica fame and other things.
Is that Stamets behind?
Yeah, this is Stamets right
Really?
here. Yep.
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 I see Book. off
Book
in
is
the
there as
background.
well. Yep. Yeah.
Adira?
Is
that Adira?
where?
No, I don't know if
This
it's
might
Adira.
be Adira.
Yeah.
Blurry. Anyway, cool shot of them all back on the bridge. Love the disco bridge. Another strange new world. Now, we're going to start putting some things together. As you can see in the background of this image, that's that sandstorm that we see later on in the trailer when they're on like the speeder bikes from Star Wars. It's true though.
This is so true.
It's so true.
Actually, they do look a lot like the Kelvin verse of Star Trek 09.
Do
though.
not
Remember the
start.
speeder cop?
Do not
They do.
start. Do
Remember
not.
remember the bike cop trying to pull over Pine?
I'm gonna be blamed.
What is
after.
your name? Oh man. So that's cool. This is another really cool looking planet. I'm curious like why a giant sandstorm is gonna cover up this like lush green rock. We're gonna find out, I assume. Dude,
Ooh,
like we just keep
beautiful.
getting more strange new worlds, and I love that. Like, is this Book? Is this Callum Keith
It's-
Renee?
It's Book and Burnham. You see Burnham, I think, on the right.
Oh, you're right. There she is. Yeah, nice catch,
I mean,
Giraffe. I didn't catch
yeah.
that. Wonder what's going on here. This is really cool.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
It's just one of those worlds it's like, how does this stay afloat?
well, yeah, and it's like going sideways and up. And is this
Slow
like?
jump.
Wait a second. Is this because it's all burnt up? Is Book in a holodeck of Quajon? Like of what?
I think
after it was
Quajon just
destroyed?
blew up. It
Yeah.
blew up. There's nothing left.
Nothing
Just
left, right? Ugh. Brutal. All right. Kovic is back. The amazing David. I can't remember. Cronenberg. Amazing
David
horror,
Cronenberg,
legendary
yeah.
horror director. I think okay. So let's stay on him for a second. I think that he's going to be a major part of this season. We're talking about what we're going to see at a few images from now. We know from season 3 he's got some connection to the mirror universe. The way that he talked to Giorgio in season 3, the way he talked about the mirror universe. He wears glasses, and we know that being in another universe, gives you that eye problem. Kovic is going to be a big part. What do you think?
But okay, so I thought about this, but I mean, there is no way he stayed that long, right? That's been established that you cannot stay too long in another universe,
No,
right?
the issue was with Giorgio that she was out of time and out of universe. It was the combination of being time displaced and from another universe. I think that if it's just one of those things, it's okay. I mean, listen, I could be wrong. I don't know. But
I mean, it's all made up anyway, so
it is, exactly. But what do you think? Major part of this season?
Very much so, and that
Oh yeah.
because he's obviously we hear from the trailer that he's the most informed about what it is they're actually seeking, and he knows that it's a great power, and he knows in the wrong hands that it could do some very bad things, and that's typical Kovich, and that like he's always been the most like one of the most knowledgeable
Hmm.
characters in the show. You've explained like time sickness to everybody.
I think Kovich is a one-man Section 31.
Probably his secrets have
Yeah.
secrets.
Yeah. Anything else on Kovich? No?
Looking
No,
forward to
but
it.
also I want to say that I hope there's not too many plots in the idea of like them trying to just tie or like untie all the knots like in one season of 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
from
yeah.
the Mirror Universe. Oh, and he's from the Calvinverse. Oh, and this and oh and that. You know what I mean? It's just like, ooh, I hope there's not too much. I'm here for a good reveal, but on the other hand, I hope that some will tie into the Academy, and that we'll
That'd be
get
really
a
cool.
little bit more information about these people while on the Academy show. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Stress K writes, wasn't Bryce also working with Kovich on a secret time something? He was working on a secret something on another ship that Kovich, I
Yeah.
think, like had planned. So maybe we're going to find out about this season. Stress K brings up a great point because of what I think is coming up very soon in these images. Is it here? Nope, not yet. We'll get there, though. We'll get back to that, Stress K. This is the beginning where we start seeing these glyphs. These we know are our two baddies of the season. We actually don't know if they're baddies. We just know that they're two people.
I mean, we know she's a Sith Lord. We
Yeah,
know this
she's
much.
definitely
Master and apprentice,
Yep.
right? Two of them.
But this door is dope. It leads to them, I think, maybe finding this box with these glyphs that we see also on the poster for season 5.
So, that's not Romulan, by the way. Romulan
No, that is
look like
definitely
this.
not Romulan.
But that makes me think of the box in Picard season 1.
Oh, the box that unlocks Soji.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Oh.
Narek like uses like it's the same. It has the same like thing that he moves around, and then
Oh, it
like,
does.
Yeah, and then it unlocks and gives away the poison or whatever, and like she's even in a box, like in a room
Yeah.
that kind of mimic these like moving pieces,
Yep.
and that also made me think of like the Romulan thing that they're playing with.
Yeah.
That is also a moving box with like compartments and so on. Like it's such a Romulan object. I feel
Maybe
like
this is what they find on the Romulan ship.
Oh, 1000%. I'm convinced that's what they find. They kind of say it like they have to go on that ship and there's a safe there.
Yeah.
And she says they've got into the safe and they got what was into the safe,
Yeah.
and that's why she pursues them
Are you talking
on their
about from
ship.
that scene that we saw? Right?
Yeah. So and they're
Yeah.
definitely on a Romulan ship first. And yeah, that's like I love it. You know that the Romulan are gonna have like, agendas in their agenda and hidden shit that they found randomly and all this. We also know that, it's one of my most rated episode, but on the chase.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about crappy episode for a second. On the chase, the only other race that is actually interested in the repercussion, the scientific repercussion of the discovery made on that episode are the Romulans.
Yeah.
Like they're the only one at the end talking with Picard, being like, "Yeah, that was very interesting, and that will mean something at one point." Too bad like all the other fuckers like are like just running around like, So we know they're like into this kind of thing, and like that's most probably something they found, something they stole. But I think it's something that displays their ship. That's why I think it's time travel shenanigan.
Oh, okay.
Because the ship looks very pristine.
Yeah. Hawk?
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make. 'Cause, I kept thinking of the chase and that when we were talking about this, and then you mentioned about red herrings, and my mind kind of started to wander. In that, are they going to do the same thing where it's like people think that the power that it has to do with like weapons and technology, or is it more about knowledge and insight into the past, and that people, that helps, shape that rocks the universe when they actually discover it.
Yeah. We'll see. It's definitely looks like that Romulan box. I think Draft is right on point with that. Let's look at this next image. I just want to point out to everyone the biggest Easter egg in this trailer, a self-stealing stem bolt right there, baby. Let's go. But again,
that's on the left. Is that the red thing?
it looks like a nice linear chip.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And I don't know what's the thing on the left. if
Maybe a
somebody knows
tricorder, like
what-
an old school tricorder, or
Yeah, I don't know.
I also don't
Yeah.
think this is the baddie guy, even though like the makeup matches. But like he looks like this might be like a monk, judging by the
Yeah,
costume, right?
There's a moment where they're like all wearing costumes, like
Oh
monk
yeah, we see Tilly.
costume, yeah.
Yep.
So I wonder if they don't bring it to somebody who can read it, open it.
Yeah.
This is the
Understand
library
it.
maybe that they're in.
It's a holocron.
It's a holocron. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
I've been really into Star Wars, if you couldn't tell.
No.
Somehow Khan returned.
Oh. God's in the
Somehow
box.
Turn.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box? Khan.
He didn't know.
This is a library full of
Yeah, it is
paper
a library with
books.
books. Yeah.
Paper books.
yeah.
It looks like the TVA as well.
It definitely looks like a TV. Oh my god! It's because we watched the Deadpool 3 trailer. That's why
And Loki.
we're gonna see the
and-
TVA everywhere.
Yeah.
I think this is Navarre.
Oh, I love
It's-
that. Yeah.
I think this is
guess.
Navarre. I think, or maybe Earth, but it would be interesting to see how Earth preserved knowledge after like all the shit went down.
Yeah. Agreed.
But no, I like it. I think it's Navarre just because of the yellow filter
The filter. Yeah. Yeah.
and like these like angles also, octagonal like rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some Tower of Alexandria kind of thing going on with it. So
Mm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Dig this. I love the set piece. It's really cool. Oh. I wonder. Oh. You want to
What?
get a little crazy for a second?
let's get nuts.
We're in this 32nd century, right?
Yeah.
What if this is the library that Daniels took Archer to?
Oh, on Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you find a book on the Romulans.
Yeah,
I'm
where
like,
he finds a book on the
Romulans?
Romulans. That would be one hell of a connection.
That'd be very interesting. That's why I also think maybe it's Earth because of the paper books,
Yeah.
and we know, for example, Kirk love to collect, keep paper books and collection them and so on. So I feel it's very human, a very human side gig to try to save paper books for some reason.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Anyway, love this set piece. Thank you, TVA. So this is a little cut off because I didn't want all the Paramount marketing on there. But so this is Tilly at the bottom, the redhead. And she's got the markings on her head, as we'll see in another image, and they're touching
and the
these
other person
glyphs.
does
Yeah, it does too.
Yeah.
Obviously we keep seeing these glyphs pop up throughout the trailer. And then here's a better picture of
Can
Tilly.
you go back?
Yeah, I can go back. Yep.
That weird. Is that a Vulcan salute? What is he doing with his hand?
I
like
think
the
he's
other
just
person?
caressing her hand. It's a little weird.
Very Vulcan of them, though.
Yeah. Here's another picture of Tilly, though. She's got these markings on her forehead.
Is it Ryza? Do you think?
It could be. I mean, it could be because
we've seen
yeah,
the Ryzen symbols on what's his face.
fucking Aaron
everywhere.
Wright.
Right? Yeah.
This is interesting though. Like, what? I don't know. Like, are they undercover or have they been kidnapped, brainwashed?
I feel like undercover. There's very deliberate markings and that's used and the clothing and everything. I'm gonna go with undercover.
Yeah. I'm just happy that Tilly is back for the whole season. We need more Tilly time. Just double checking that. I like her curls. Great shots, Dresser K says. And his lawyer, Samuel T. Cogley. Oh, man. Okay, giraffe.
Here we go.
Here we go. Go off, lady.
1000% a Roman ship. Like, look at these archways. Look at that, green light. It made me think of the sets of The Quality of Mercy.
Yeah.
Quality of Mercy. Where you see, this beautiful, green, I don't even know what the hell is that shape, but, but I like the walls. Look what's going on the walls. That's very weird because usually you would have, the Imperial Eagle or something like that,
Yeah.
But it looks like, I don't know, not totally like a military ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Right.
know. It doesn't have those classic, like, empire symbols and that to it, like the
Yeah,
Romulan Star Empire.
but they
Tal Shiar, maybe?
say, sorry,
Tal Shiar, maybe?
I don't know. It's very cute. It's very pretty. It's very, it's very ornate. You know.
Well, I feel like the Tal Shiar kind of like lived for the ornate. Like they were like the secret organization, but they also dressed like all badass too.
But oh, you mean the Jadvash or the?
Well, no, but like the Tal Shiar,
Oh.
I think had different uniforms than like regular Romulans.
I don't know, because we see the Tal Shiar ships in Star Trek.
That's true. That's true.
Them in the face
Yep.
of the enemy.
Yep.
We say like, but it's just very beautiful. And I mean, listen, I'm here for it. They do say it's a 24th century ship, right?
No, I believe this is a ship from the past. This is a
24th century.
Oh, 24. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry.
They do. I think they say it
Duh.
in like a
Yeah.
previous trailer.
Yeah.
And I mean, that would be post-Dominion War Romulan ship.
Post-Dominion War during the evacuation.
During the evacuation of like,
Yeah.
maybe at that time, which makes it very interesting because then there's a safe on it. We know this much. And they're carrying like artifacts. So I wonder if it's an evacuation ship and they're trying to preserve things, you know? And that artifact is maybe what made them jump, because it looks very pristine for a ship that's been out there for 900 years.
You know, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but later in the images, we're going to see Discovery flying to a black hole. And I do wonder if the Romulans were messing around with time travel shenanigans trying to prevent
we know they
the
do.
Hobus star, the supernova. So,
Not just that, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
yeah.
In Star Trek, I mean, Star Trek Online is not canon, but like it's heavily implied that they, I mean, it's said
Did
that
it
they
to
created
themselves,
this.
yeah.
It's they
Yeah.
did it to themselves by messing around with technology. It's
Yeah.
Iconian technology in Star
Mhm.
Trek Online, so that'd be interesting that it ties in a little bit
Yeah.
and see that maybe it's Iconian technology. That would be fun. You know, we know Iconian had like technology that they can't, like a lot of people couldn't understand, and it would tie in the chase also because
Yeah.
it's also Iconian shenanigans
Yep.
that brings them there.
Yep.
So
They also had a complex rune system too, didn't they?
yeah, that's why I'm like thinking maybe they're just gonna tie in like a good old Star Trek lore in this. But it's beautiful. Like the sets are gorgeous. Look at this. Like
It really is.
I do like that. I like the idea that like this could have been from like
Well-
the evacuation effort of Romulus and that, and they were trying to get some secrets out, but something might have happened.
though if it's post supernova and enough post supernova, that would make sense that there's not the Imperial Eagle, because it's kind of implied that the Empire kind of fell after
yeah.
the supernova. And then, you know, again, Star Trek Online, you have the New Republic of Romulus and so on. And like, there's like, but that's all non-canon. But we do know that politically, the Empire could not sustain the loss
and
of
I
so many.
think Picard established that the Romulan neutral zone was no longer, like it didn't exist anymore either. So
Yeah, so that could be interesting that like that ship is like, you know, not Imperial. I like what's going on in the chat because I totally agree. It gives Stress-Free K says it gives me a religious feel, like how the Kowat Milad would use. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
It made me think of Auntie.
Auntie.
Auntie Ramda. It could be like, a religious ship or like some ceremonial ship or something like this.
Yeah. We will see. Okay, so we have our baddies. They are
Shin Hati.
Yeah, Shin Hati here. Oh my god, Giraffe, I love it. But it's true. They're either on board the Romulan vessel right now. I'm actually gonna skip right to the next picture because this is where shit gets crazy. This, I'm just gonna say it right now, and there is zero doubt this is what this is. This is the USS Defiant from the Mirror Universe. I'll tell you about 3 reasons why. One, this is Strange New Worlds Enterprise set, for one.
Yeah.
This is the Enterprise.
1000%.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Mirror Universe logo from the 22nd century, which would have been on the Defiant because Archer stole it. Okay. This is 1000% the USS Defiant. And a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a picture I sent you.
Yes, it is. Yep. Which immediately brings Mirror Universe shenanigans and goes back to what Stress-Free K was saying. Maybe this is the secret project that Bryce was working on with Kovich. How it got back to the Prime Universe would be interesting because we know the Defiant was transferred over by the Tholians to the Mirror Universe.
So the Defiant moves during TOS.
Yep, during
It
TOS.
disappears during TOS. It's found by Archer during Enterprise.
Yep.
And then it's looked after. It's found again by Discovery. They're looking after. They're trying to find it
They're
to be
trying
able
to
to go
find
back.
it. Yep.
So we know it's still
Around.
there.
It's still around. Yep.
It's still around. And then if it's again the Defiant, that would be like a good way to tie in like all the stories.
Everything.
Yeah,
I see
right
also
back.
like through the corridor, we see kind of like a ship map, I think.
I think in the next picture?
No, maybe it's an
Yeah.
picture.
What were you gonna say, Hawk?
I was going to say, like, especially for Discovery and that, because season 1 is where this all began and that. So that would be a nice bookend in that if they reincorporated the Mirror Universe back into the storyline with this.
Agreed. I mean, obviously they are, because that is 1000% like right
And
here, the Mirror Universe.
I'm gonna go
logo.
again. I'm gonna go again with my theory. I think that we need season 5 of Discovery to be able to understand the Section 31 movie.
Yeah.
So I think they're tied in like chronologically, one after the other.
Yeah.
It's out of my butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's okay. I mean, but this is definitely like sick bay from Strange New Worlds on the Enterprise. The next image they're fighting. This is still the sick bay set from Strange New Worlds. This is the bottom of the Mirror Universe logo. So another
1000%.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then you get this picture. This is definitely a Strange New Worlds Enterprise sickbed. As I already said, this makeup, by the way, is fucking gorgeous.
We don't know what he is, right?
We don't know what he is. No.
He has kind of like Tellarite eyes, but
I
that's
like
all.
him though. He's so active on social media. He talks to the fans. This dude's hopefully we can get him on the show. That'd be great.
And I'm gonna say something
Elias
weird
Tafu,
again,
I believe.
totally out of my butt. But you remember that it's in the cloak of under the cloak of war that there's a problem with the biobeds like blinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So like I'm interesting to know. I know it's mostly just like a philosophical like problem to know about like fixing things that are broken, but I would like it to be something.
Yeah. Yep.
Just because I'm me.
Nice
Well,
little Easter egg. That'd be
Mhm.
great.
Yep. We're gonna get more of that Enterprise corridor. This is just like a fleet of ships. This is a giant ship exploding. It doesn't look Romulan. It doesn't look like anything I know. Maybe Klingon. Any guesses? I don't want to spend.
Klingons.
I know, right? I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's kind of blurry and you don't really know what's going on. But
It's a
Are those
smaller,
like pods? Escape
yeah,
pods?
smaller pod ships and that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they're drone ships or just like a little like two-seaters, but
Escape pods.
they're unfamiliar.
they are unfamiliar. 100%. Yeah. Callum Keith Renee is captain. I forget his name. We know his name. I just forget it. Is he Vulcan Romulan mixed with something human with the ears?
He has like, I'm gonna say it and I'm already regretting it,
Yeah.
but he has Okampa ears.
Oh my God, you're right. They are very Ocampa. But he's way too
He's
old to
actually
be
5.
Ocampan.
He's,
right? He's
5 years old and he's already captain. Hawk, how long did it take you to get captain?
I think about 5 years.
No, we're only going to year 4 of the pod. Come on, don't do that.
No, these are not Vulcan
No.
ears.
No,
No,
but
it's that jaggedness around the midst of the ear and that really
Yeah.
puts it off. So
But I wonder if he's like Vulcan, Romulan, and something else.
Look, to Nivarian and something else.
Navarian. Yeah, sorry, thank you, Navarian and something else.
Maybe.
No. He doesn't have the eyebrows. Well,
No?
I think
No.
it's not a recessive trait. I mean, it is though because
Yeah.
Sela doesn't have them.
Love getting a good Callum Keith Renee scream in because he, was tortured a lot in Battlestar. Oh man. So more of the glyphs that we've been seeing.
Again, yeah.
Yep. I'm guessing that there are people who have a lot more time than us that are starting to put these together and try and figure out a language on Twitter. I'll be looking after and seeing what you guys are coming up with.
this is such a weird
Oh,
one
go ahead.
because it
Yeah.
basically looks like a planet being cracked in half, doesn't it?
Which could explain why they are on a broken planet
Oh,
in the previous
yeah.
images.
Okay. Yep. Interesting. I like it. Okay, so another little artifact right, that Stamets is working on here.
Looks like a grenade.
It does, but it also looks like almost the same make as the bigger box that we see earlier on. So I wonder if they're connected in some way. But it does look
Maybe
like
it's what it was inside of the box.
It could be. It could be. Yep.
I like that they're just opening random shit in the sport drive.
By the way, though, I will say that they may not have figured out how to do the sport drive without a pilot yet, because they still have the hand things for him to pilot it with. So maybe they didn't figure out the sport drive in the 32nd surgery. Hopefully they did. I feel like they have to. Though, I mean, Harka's dead. So, and then is this what comes out of that? Maybe because this is the most important thing. We need to keep this safe. Like, I don't know. It looks like a data chip. It looks like the data chip that Soren had about trilithium in Generations a little bit. It's not, but
yeah.
But like that was from the Romulans, and this looks like it could be.
I like how we started with a giant box and then a little box and then
now a little
It's
chip.
like the
A little data
Matryoshkas.
disc.
Oh man. Just checking the
They're gonna lose
chat.
that shit in like an episode. I'm betting it's gonna be like, oh no, it's been stolen.
Yeah. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Yeah, that's right, Mars. Love it. Okay, next. Jet, Adira, and Tilly. I mean, they're looking up at something. I mean, this is a Discovery corridor, so they're on the ship. I really hope that Jet is the chief engineer now. She looks like she's got like a chief engineer's satchel full of things, tools and stuff. So, I mean, I hope that she got that promotion. Always good to see Tig Notaro.
I mean, was there ever a chief engineer in the
They
Discovery?
accidentally called Stamets the chief engineer in season 1, but that wasn't correct.
Yeah, but season 1 doesn't count. Like any
No.
season 1 of Star Trek,
No.
whatever goes.
I know they
season
went
1
through 7 chief
counts.
engineers in TNG season 1.
Yep.
And can we speak about Strange New World? Like
Oh
they're
my
like on number
God.
3 right now
They
in
are.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Star Wars time. We've seen these images about 1,000 times. I don't really know much more to say about them. If you guys want to just move ahead.
Don't ever do like that kind of shenanigans with a flying scarf. That's how you die.
That's how you die,
It's
because it'll
co-
cover up your eyes.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, and it will like be picked up by the wheels or something, and you
Oh,
will
yeah.
get yanked out of the thing.
Mhm. That's right.
PSA.
They have shields, which is cool. Okay, I do want to talk about this. Is this not like a giant walker of some kind, a la
I think
Star
it's a
Wars?
beast.
You
I
think
think it's an animal.
Oh, you think it's an animal firing phasers?
Oh,
I don't know, because
no.
there's that later image. You can see Burnham running from something that looks like it's chasing her. But
Oh,
also
that's different.
Firing.
That's on a different
I don't
planet.
know.
That's so
Okay.
I'll go back real quick. That's
They're
I
just
didn't
on
do that screenshot.
Tatooine. Just that's what the box is. It's like
That's from this
Those-
planet, Hawk. Two different.
yeah, that's a different
locations.
planet. This is the blue filter planet.
Yep, and then this
There's
is the
a
yellow filter planet.
Filter planet. Yes.
Yep.
She's a sand people planet because there's the yellow filter, right? And the other one is a cold people planet because
Shai
there's the blue
Hulud.
filter.
Oh, Mars. Guess what? I'm seeing Dune in about 5 hours.
One
So
Oh,
I'm
God.
fucking
Abba.
excited. Oh man,
slipper has awoken.
dude, you have no idea how excited I am. Like this
Oh,
is my Star.
I know
Dune
how-
is my
yeah.
Star Wars. You know,
Yeah.
like it's
Oh no! Like the end of the first one, like took me out.
killing
I was
me,
like,
Giraffe.
"What do you mean?"
This is the Master and Apprentice's ship. We know that from the clip that we've seen. What the hell is Discovery flying through here? You could see that it's affecting the nacelles, which is cool. Like is this an ion?
Is that a STEM bot or what? What's going on? What's that thing flying in front of Discovery?
That's this right here.
Nah, like a little bit more right.
This? Oh, right.
No, here that blue thing.
This?
You see the blue line? Yeah. What is that?
Oh, that's the nacelle. That's just remember
that's the nacelle.
remember the nacelles detached now.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember that.
Okay,
Forgot.
but okay, you know how we've been talking about mirror universe bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
and how one of the big ways to get through to the mirror universe is an ion storm. Is this an ion
yeah, but
storm?
you need
And is-
Spock to be able to do that.
maybe, but is this an ion storm? And is this how they find Defiant?
Oh, you think they flip again to the mirror universe? I thought I thought they said that it was impossible to go to the mirror universe
They did, but
in
like
the 32nd century because it drifted too far away.
but I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but also Ion Storm. And we obviously know the Defiant factors into this somehow.
Mm.
I don't know.
I think the Romans brought back the
Defiant.
Defiant by mistake, and that's how they end up like thrown into the future. Also, I don't know. It's gonna be weird. There's gonna be some techno babble that we're
Yeah.
gonna be like, yeah, okay,
Of course.
why not?
Yep.
I mean, the ion storm in space usually is typical of like time travel or dimensional shifting shenanigans. And
It
that.
is.
It also looks a little bit like the cosmic ribbon from Generations.
It
so.
does. It does.
That
Yep. Yep. Okay. Robots coming out of a statue of what looks like a six-eyed gorilla.
oh my god. Okay, I have so many issues about this. I don't know. It looked like a bad take on the Olmec statues. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I totally
The
know
giant
what you mean.
heads.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna
on
have
the
so
other
many
hand-
archaeological issues with this season.
It gives so much classic track. Like I can't. Like it
Yeah.
gives really, really like classic track archaeological shenanigan, which is fine, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on. So dumb. I love it.
Yep. Black hole that I was talking about.
There's something on top of it.
There is
going
something. This is maybe another ship.
Mm.
Maybe the Defiant was drifting around a black hole. I'm just trying to factor the Defiant into anything at this point.
Yeah, that's what I see.
By the way, I think it's a little blurry, unfortunately, but I think this shot of Discovery is just really fucking cool. I don't know. I like the lighting on it. Black holes are a huge, like Hawk said, time travel, you know? Whether that's what happens, we'll see. This is Starbase 1,
that?
no?
That looks like Starbase 1, but Starbase
It's like
1 doesn't
fancy
look like it
Starbase
anymore.
1. No, it's like a newer version of Starbase 1. This also looks like, and this is a stretch, Control, the control tower in season 2.
Mm.
And those look like they could possibly be Section 31, like the control ships.
Are they ships?
I think these are all ships docked at Starbase 1 berths. Yeah. But I mean, this looks like Starbase 1 without the pods.
Hmm. Then why is it like? Oh, it's orbiting above a planet. That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, it's orbiting above. Maybe it's above Earth. Yeah. Oh no.
I think it's
they
Earth.
orbited.
You see the Americas on the left. You can recognize like the
Yeah,
continent.
interesting.
Ish.
Okay, so maybe it's a space dock. Yeah. Okay, so it's on Starbase 1 because Starbase 1 is by Jupiter. Okay, so if you need any further proof that this is the Enterprise set, here it is. This is the Enterprise corridor.
Yeah, it's 1000% the Enterprise, like the Strange New World sets. Yeah,
this is 1000% the Defiant. I
love the fact that Discovery is reusing the Strange New World set because Strange New World reused the Discovery set.
They did that,
in season 2
at Astra Paraspera. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yep. A good way to reuse it. I think this is yet again another Mirror Universe logo on the ground, on the corridor, because you know they love to fucking put that shit everywhere. Shinhati again.
If people, because like, wait, there are most of people that have not watched Ahsoka. So that Shinhati is a character in
this
Ahsoka.
This character
okay?
looks exactly like Shinhati from if you didn't watch Ahsoka, which is kind of funny. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. There's a battle.
Thing.
Yeah.
But again, these like weird pod things.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what it makes me think? It makes me think of Beyond.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the drone ships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what's that ship there?
I don't know.
Like,
no idea.
that thing over there. Is that a Borg cube that has been messed with?
No more
back in this
Borg.
trailer
No
and
more
that because
Borg.
I got the impression too. Was like, wait a minute, did I just see what I thought I saw? I went back. No, not Borg. Not Borg, but God, like part of me thinks it looks like a gigantic exocomp.
looks like an exocomp.
Oh.
I don't know. What I like about it is it doesn't really look like anything we've seen before. So I always like that. Where are we? We're at the end. Final image. They're obviously fucking again because his shirt is off. And that's all we need to know.
Maybe it's not in there. You don't know.
That's okay, Hawk. Anyway, that's the end of the slides. I think we did as good a deep dive as we could there. I should probably make this big again. There we go. Any final thoughts from you guys on the trailer before we go into the mailbag?
I'm loving everything I've seen so far in that. It's a treasure hunt episode, and that the production is really gone into like producing some of like what I think is probably going to be some of the best action sequences of the series that we've seen so far, because it looks heavy action oriented.
It does.
So I'm looking forward to that. Thoughts, like, if it's the last dance, I'm just hoping like, Michael gets that ending. It's like from where she began in this series, and that it's the line I always think of is the long and hard out of the road to hell leads to the light, and that I really want her to find that end of the road, and that where she leads up into the light for her, and that she she deserves it.
Yeah, agreed. Giraffe?
I'm looking forward of 10 episodes of me wondering what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I don't want to right away be, it's a big bad. This is what's going on. Like, I love mysteries like this where like you have to decode stuff, and like I feel it's going to force the storyline to reference a lot of previous Trek. And I love this. Not because I love Easter eggs hunting, but because I feel it would be beautiful to just like center Discovery in the center of everything else, to remind everybody that this is the best show on TV. But also because it's the last season, to be able to left as many door opens for the future to be able to revisit these characters or tie them in future Star Trek, or referencing them in future Star Trek, because we still have Lower Decks going on in the 24th century, and then we have also Prodigy going on in the 24th century. So I'd love also this to be able to tie into Discovery somehow. So no, I'm looking forward of a beautiful send-off, even if I'm gonna be very, very sad. I'm glad there's like some shenanigan going on, and yeah. I just hope we talk about the past a little bit more, because I like the 32nd century, but I like the 24th more.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Any
It's our stomping
predictions?
ground,
Yeah,
so.
it is. Cornelia asks, any predictions about the link to Calypso?
Listen, Cornelia, you and me, okay? Like, I've been begging for connection to Calypso since season 3?
Since forever. Yeah, since season 3. Yeah.
Since season 3. The thing is, if we get a connection, we're gonna get it to this like season. And the thing is that there's been this conversation about like the fact that Calypso is not a refit. So like, but at the same time, there is Zora in Calypso, which we didn't know when Calypso came out because it was the second season, right? And so they definitely knew what they were doing. I think that with this like box, which must maybe something to do with like universe jumping or time jumping or something like that, we'll get an explanation that it's another Discovery that maybe didn't make the jump. It's another Discovery. Right. Well, maybe, in another universe they messed up the jump.
Yeah.
And ended up like way in the future, way in the future. And maybe that's what they find in the black hole. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna, let's be honest, we can't have anything nice. So I don't think they're gonna tie it in. But maybe there's gonna be a line that explains something. We do want what's his face back to Star Trek though, because I love him.
Yes. Why can't I remember his name? He's great, that actor.
Leverage in
Leverage. Yep.
In like DC also.
Yep.
I'm gonna find his name because it's stupid that I don't remember his name.
While you do that, I'm going.
Aldous Hodge. I didn't even have to look it up. He came back. Yeah, we love him. We want him back.
Let's get into our mailbag before we go.
Hailing frequencies open.
And Hawk, you started off the show, so Giraffe, I'm going to have you take the first mailbag from Davey, please.
Davey wrote, I am hopeful for a great mystery that masterfully ties Discovery into the TNG universe.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what we've been talking about. Yeah.
But it's already tied up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like tied in,
Yeah.
tied off, tied on, tied. Yeah, whatever. I feel it's like tied in any Star Trek. I do want Discovery to be tied into Picard season 1 though.
Yeah, somehow.
More than TNG.
Yeah. I'll take Mars's with their first mailbag too, which is awesome. Welcome to the mailbag. I'm just excited to see all my friends again and how they've grown since their encounters with Tarka, Book, and the 10C. I'm ready to be back in the universe. Mirror ones included. Yum.
Yum.
Well done. Hawk, can you take Yum Yum Pods, please?
Absolutely. Yum Yum Pod wrote number 1, Prime Lorca turning up to save the day. Number 2, for them to take that wig off Nilsson's head.
Yes, fucking please.
1000%, yes.
And number 3, the final line better be yum yum.
Yeah, that's right. We got to get what's her name back, Lieutenant Security Officer.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They totally I remember when we reviewed that episode and you were like, she's gonna be back, and I was like, no, she's not.
I know.
And they just forgot about her.
Yeah, they did.
She's guarding seeds.
Yep. Nan. Yep. Thank you.
Nan,
Thank you, Fetcher. That's why we have the YouTube collective. Thank you. And Hawk, Giraffe, if you can take us home, please, with Chris's mailbag.
Chris wrote, Season 5 looks like it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I am excited to see the worlds they travel to and the different species we will continue to see. In my heart of hearts, I'm most excited to just see our crew and go on one final run with them.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. That's it. This is fun. I'm glad we did it. This is shaping up to look like an amazing last hurrah for the crew of Discovery. We got some fun pods coming up. This week is me and Hawk. We are interviewing, or did already interview, that live premiere will be Thursday, David Mack, about his new Star Trek Picard novel, Firewall. It's amazing. You should pick it up as soon as possible. We'll be giving away a copy. Stay tuned for how you can get your hands on one of those as well. And then the episode we were supposed to do on Thursday will be in 2 weeks, or like a week and a half, on March 7th. So stay tuned for our Mariner Ransom episode then. That is going to do it, folks. For Giraffe, for Hawk, I'm Julian. Sarcastic Vulcan salute. Live long and prosper, Majram. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for beaming into our podcast today. If you want to keep the hailing frequencies open, you can subscribe on Apple and Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. Like what you hear? Put in a good word with Starfleet and leave us a 5-star review.